We start this list off with game-based tools. And the first one I just love, Book It. Students answer questions and they play a competitive strategy game at the same time. So the questions that they're getting asked are all about the things that you are teaching right now and you want the students to know and be able to do. And they're also getting to play the strategy game. So when they get a question right, they earn points, or they get to open the chest, or they get to advance in some way in the strategy game. So this is just a great tool for engagement. Students are answering the questions that we want them to know, and they're getting to play the strategy game as well. It is a lot like our second game-based tool, Kahoot, where they're answering those multiple choice questions, but with Kahoot, there is a leaderboard, and the faster you answer the question, the more points you get, but you have to be correct. If you're not correct, you get 0 points. So this one is more specifically, do they know the answers to the questions? And how quickly do they know it? And there'll be a leaderboard, and the fastest one will win. Book It, opposite of that, the one who wins the competitive strategy game is the one who wins. So there's a lot of different play with Book It versus Kahoot. And if you want to know more of the differences, there are a lot more. I do have a video dedicated right about Kahoot and Book It and what the difference is. I will mention one thing with this PDF. All of these names are clickable. So when you download this PDF, you can grab it in the description below. These are all clickable. So you're going to be able to get sent right to the URL that you need to go to get this resource. So get the PDF in the description below so you can get all the clickable links. The next tool is Classcraft, and this is gamification at its finest. So students are able to earn these experience points when they've done positive behaviors and achievements in the classroom. They get to level up, and it's just a great way to encourage positive student engagement and also academics in the classroom with Classcraft. GimKit, you get to use this as a game show. It can also be used as independent learning, and students can create their own with GimKit. So this is another game-based tool that you can use. And Educandy, you can create your own mini learning games. So these are like crosswords and word searches, but they're in kind of a cutesy way for younger learners. And of course, it's unique to your own classroom material. So you can check that out at Educandy. The next section of the list is for lesson support tools. The first one is Edpuzzle. You can make any video engaging. So basically you can use YouTube, you can use Khan Academy videos, you can use your own videos, and you embed questions inside of the video as the students are watching the video either by themselves or together as a class live. They're answering questions that come up at certain points in the video. Edpuzzle has a lot of variety of videos that have already been Edpuzzled, I'll call it. So you rarely have to create your own, which is great. You can use another educator's. That's a great done-for-you tool, as I like to call them, where you're able to just get on there and assign the video really quickly. Nearpod is all about interactive lessons and activities. You're able to put up questions while you're going through your lesson presentation, and they answer them in real time. And then, of course, us as teachers, we're able to get that progress and answers in real time as well. Pear Deck is a lot like Nearpod, where it's just making that lesson, that presentation interactive, but you're going to use it specifically with Google Slides. So it just makes Google Slides interactive. And the interactivity is available live. So we're getting that live feedback and students are answering live. And it's also available on demand, meaning that I could have my questions already set inside of Pear Deck to come up at a certain time in my lesson presentation, but I also can add one on demand as it comes up as I'm teaching live. So you have that option with Pear Deck, which is really cool. Classroom Screen, this is basically a virtual screen that displays a lot of different widgets. It's really helpful with classroom management, and it just gives our students a great visual for what's coming next in the lesson or how the lesson is going to go. Great for notes that you need to add. It's just a great visual for your lesson. And if you want to see how to use Classroom Screen, you can check out this video that is linked on the PDF. Insert learning is next, and that is exactly what it does. It inserts learning. You can mark up any web page with highlights, notes, and question blanks for students. So it literally takes, like I just said, any web page, and you insert the learning right inside of there. So students are able to highlight, the teacher is able to see what in each individual student highlighted or what their notes are, and then also adding those question blanks in there for students. The next section is all about assignment tools, and Flip is the first one. This is formerly Flipgrid, so you may be familiar with that, but it's video answers. So you're able to ask questions as a video, and then students respond with a video answer. They can add pictures, emojis, and text to the video. So students see it a lot like they see social media, where they're able to respond in that way to different social medias. And so they get excited about that when they see that type of engagement in the classroom. Quizlet, virtual flashcards. This is all about just quiz review for learning. And Quizlet has been around a while, so you probably are aware of that one, but it's still there. Great for virtual flashcards. Teacher Made, this is where we take a paper worksheet and we turn it into an interactive digital worksheet by putting answer blanks on top of a paper worksheet. So all you need it to be is in a PDF or in a JPEG, and you're able to upload it to TeacherMade and insert those answer blanks. Now, if your students are old enough, you don't need to take the time to insert those answer blanks. They can actually do it themselves when they complete the assignment. So that's kind of nice if you're just able to upload your paper copy, your PDF, to TeacherMade, and then your students can answer by creating their own answer blanks, and you don't have to take the time to do that. TeacherMade and then Formative, the one that we're going to go over next, they are all part of my top tech tools for teachers course. So if you want to take that course, you can check out the link right here, or I'll drop it in the description. You can get some grad credit for it through a university. I believe it's 2 credits. So if you want to do that and you're looking to renew your license, you can check that out there. And learn all about tech tools for teachers. Formative is next, and it's interactive quizzes. It's great for formative assessment. It has a lot of different question types that you can put inside there. It does have where you can upload a PDF and students can mark up the PDF in some way. So that's really nice. Formative is just great for formative assessment. It does take a little bit of time to create those assignments. But once you get going in it and understand it, then it does become faster. Seesaw is just great for interactive student engagement. It's a learning platform. They basically create a visual portfolio throughout all of the year of their work. And so that's really cool. At the end of the year, they have this document that they've created, I guess multiple documents of a portfolio, but it's really interactive and great for younger learners because they have a lot of adaptive tools where it can have them read the question to them or the assignment to them. They have a microphone option where the students can just talk their answer to the assignment. And so it's really great for younger learners for that student engagement, and as a learning management system if you want for younger learners. We're on to reading support tools. And Common Lit, I love this one because it's a literacy program with these reading lessons inside of there. Students are able to interact with that text. And then we're also able to use those built-in differentiation tools so we can reach all learners. Rewordify is similar, where we're able to differentiate any text that you want to put in it easily so all of our students can read and understand at whatever level they are currently reading at. So if you can copy and paste it into Rewordify, then it can take it up or down reading levels depending upon what you need for that student. It also has interactive activities based on that piece of text once you're done, like flashcards and word finds and crossword puzzles. So Rewordify is a really cool tool. Edtech and Books we'll go over next. They are basically a library of interactive books. Edtech has audio books in there, learning videos, and it's free for teachers. And Books is storybooks that are brought to life. So Edtech is more like the actual reading of the books. You see the books, and Books is more like actual interactive characters that are coming and moving in animation, brought to life through the animation of the books. So free for teachers on that. Epic is part of my video for apps for students pre-K through 2. I believe there's 25 of them that I have featured in here, and Epic is one of them. You can check that video out with that link. And Wonderopolis is the last one. Anything your students are wondering, anything they want to know, because they always have questions, type it into Wonderopolis and it will give them an answer as to why the sky is blue or whatever question they have. It's just a great educational website. We're on to the math and science support tools next, and we start with the Math Learning Center. These are interactive visual models. It's either iOS or browser-based, and they are models like a math clock, a number chart. They've got money pieces, number frames, number line. There are a number of different options with the Math Learning Center, and they're just interactive where students can use them to play with them and learn from them, or teachers can use them as a teacher tool while teaching. Wolfram Alpha, this is a computational search engine. So not like a Google search engine where we type in something and it gives us links, to what we want to know more about. This gives us factual information about everything. So Wolfram Alpha, you can use it for comparing apples versus oranges, and it will give you the nutritional value for both and compare them. You could also just say George Washington, and it will give you the factual information about George Washington, when his birthday is, what he did, all of that information there. So great educational tool, Wolfram Alpha. Next up is PhET simulations, and these are interactive simulations for physics, chemistry, math, earth science, and biology. Teachers can use these again as teaching tools while they're teaching the lesson, or students can use them when they want to experiment on their own. Scratch is all about learning to code, creating stories, games, and animations. Students are able to dive in with Scratch and use this easy-to-learn platform to learn how to code. Toy Theater is the last one of this group, and it is digital manipulatives. So again, it can be used as a teacher tool where they can teach with these digital manipulatives to show them, but I do think it's great also for students to be able to experiment with them as well. They do have some educational games on the site for kids if you want to check out Toy Theater. Next section is adaptive learning path. So this is where we're really able to level our learning for students, and you can do that with Khan Academy. They have a variety of in-depth classes that already have teaching videos and assignments and activities, and teachers are able to assign specific assignments inside of those classes to different students depending upon what they need. And Khan Academy Kids is the next one. That one is specifically for pre-K through 2nd grade. So ages 2 to 8. It puts them on an adaptive learning path where it's going to adjust based on how the student is interacting and answering the questions. But it has music and videos and games, and of course, tailored right to the student. Bottle is a new one for 2023, such a great one. You're going to be able to assign math assignments based on a standard, and then students play games to do their work. So they're going to get a question, and then they're going to get to play that game after they answer the question correctly. Once they get done with their specific standard that you wanted them to know and learn about, that you're studying, then they move right into their adaptive path with questions for exactly where they are at. So it also has teaching videos inside of there, and students are able to write right on top of the questions to work out their math. And it's just a great, great tool. Students really get engaged with Bottle. Prodigy is next. You can send students on this magical math adventure, just full of activities and a lot like these other ones. It is an adaptive learning path, so it's going to give the student the support they need depending upon where they're at. Zern is another one. These are digital math video lessons with real-time data for the students, and then that individualized support. So if students answer the question wrong, they're going to be able to watch a video specific to that question to get them back on track. If you want more information about technology integration for schools, I do have a checklist, what every school should know before they're integrating technology in the classroom, and you can check out that video with the link. We've got communication tools next, the first one being Mote, and Mote is a Chrome extension. And it's really cool if you need to give a voice answer back to a student on an online assignment. You can record voice notes and give feedback to that student. And it's just really nice because they're able to hear your voice versus just typing, corrections back to them. You're able to talk them through your thoughts, and they're able to hear their teacher's voice with Mote. Loom is a great communication tool if you ever need to record your screen and voice over on top of that to explain something. The cool thing with Loom is that you don't send out the video itself. You don't attach it as a video. You send out the link. And so it's not having to be hosted on your computer or another website that you have to pay for. It's hosted on Loom and it's shared through a link. So this is a Chrome extension or software download and is free for teachers. Remind, this sends out texts and email reminders without having to share your personal phone number. So you're able to text with parents personally or send out a message to the whole class. And it also has added quite a few features than just sending out text. So you can check that out along as the next tool. And this is a new tool trying to engage students in conversation more. It's a teacher-student conversational builder. That's how they explain their tool. And you're able to kind of pose questions that aren't necessarily educational questions, but they're social and emotional questions, talking about how we handle things and what we think about different topics. So it's trying to create that digital relationship with students and really understanding and knowing what they're thinking to create that relationship. They can respond with text, audio, or video. So they do have that option if they're not comfortable recording a video back. Class Dojo is great for younger learners for behavior management. They earn dojos when they do great things. And they also can earn dojos for achievements or just positive behavior. And just like Remind, Class Dojo has come a long way since they started their tool as well, and they have added quite a few new features. So you'll have to check them out if you haven't checked them out in a while. I did add this free educational virtual field trips link. If you want to go on any virtual field trips, I do have a video about that, as well as you get access to my virtual field trip spreadsheet. Creation tools are next, and Canva is at the top of the list because it's a drag and drop editor to create graphics for your classroom or for students to create their own projects. There are so many templates to start, and it's just a really easy platform to design in. Clips is the next creation tool, and this is a video creation app. You're able to add text, and the cool part with Clips is you're able to add live captioning. So whatever you're speaking into the app, it is captioning for you live and then recording that video. So Clips is really cool for that. Satori I recommend for creating interactive timelines. So it's great as a teacher tool and also great for student projects. If you want a simpler timeline maker, then you're going to use the Creative Cloud Timeline Maker. This is just a super easy interface. And that's why we dropped down the grades down to about grade 3 can use it versus Satori, probably about grade 6. This is just very, very simple. It uses only date and description, and it just creates this interactive timeline. So that's really cool. Giphy is next. You can create and send GIFs. These are really fun to do with your students. They get to use their creative side and create GIFs. They can send them by link or download the image. 2 more sections left, starting with productivity tools. Trello, you're going to be able to organize a project using planning boards or a workflow or a task list, and you're just going to be able to organize them really well. Wakelet is more so for the organization of web links. So you're able to put those into specific collections and refer back to them later. So when you have all of your tabs open, which we always have a bunch of tabs open, and you're always going to read them later, right? you could make a collection called Read Later and put all these web links into the Read Later, or organize them into specific categories that you want to refer to them again. Padlet is interactive and collaborative with bulletin boards. So you can use this with students where they create a collaborative Padlet all on one topic where they all have to add to the Padlet. And then it's interactive. So they can add links, they can add pictures, and you kind of just create like a Padlet board based on one topic for students to be able to use and learn from each other. Symbaloo is great for younger learners to create like a bookmarks web page where they're just able to click on icons versus them having to type in web pages. So you may send them to these 5 of your favorite web pages on a weekly basis, but you don't want them to have to type in their URLs all the time. So you can create a Symbaloo, which is just an icon page, and just save it as your home page. And then they can just click on the icon and get right to the web page that you want them to go to. Tiny URL. So if you don't have a Symbaloo page and you have a big URL that you want to share, you can drop that long URL into tiny URL and create a custom link for it. So it just makes long links easier to access, and also just gives you a custom link to use if you're using the same one over and over. Our last section is just teacher tools and resources, and Flippity is so much fun. We have a tutorial here if you want to click on that. It's spreadsheet-based teacher tools. So you're able to customize all these different types of teacher tools for whatever you need them to be by using a spreadsheet. And there's no account needed. I love those type of resources. So check out Flippity. If you need to make quick QR codes, use GoQR, and you can quickly make a QR for a lot of different types of things, like a website or a document or a location. And there's no account needed on this one either. Fish Tank Learning, the Smithsonian Learning Lab, and then this Common Sense Media. All 3 of these are all big databases. Fish Tank Learning is curriculum guides for math and English language arts. They have full unit plans with a lot of resources. The Learning Lab is where you can explore and discover museum artifacts, and they have virtual field trips. And then Common Sense Media is used more for searching for Edtech tools, and they are reviewed by teachers and parents. They also have a digital citizenship curriculum. And you're also going to be able to send parents here if they want to know more about that new movie that came out or that book that everyone is reading, and they don't want to have to read it or watch the video. They can get the Common Sense Media review on it so they know exactly what is going to be in that book or in that video or the video game. So this is just a great website for teachers and for parents. So that is our list of 50 free EdTech tools for teachers. Make sure to get the digital download in the description below. That will get sent right to your email. And I would love for you to comment below if one of your favorite EdTech tools that's free, user-friendly, and educational didn't make the list, but you think it should have. Please comment below so we can share that with other teachers and we can learn from each other.